I had this little area right here at the end of the sink cabinet that I wasn't sure what I was going to do with. I mean, it's got some funky shapes and angles and stuff like that. And I got thinking, well, maybe I can turn it into a small medicine cabinet of sorts because, you know, really, what have I got to put in there? Toothpaste, toothbrush, you know, some mouthwash and probably some body wash, stuff like that. Maybe some bottles of aspirin. Not a lot really has to go in there. So as I've always done, out comes the cardboard and I make a template. And yeah, I know it looks wonky, but sometimes that's what you have to do in order to get the angles and the height. I just don't have a piece of cardboard that's long enough to go from the sink counter up to the ceiling. So I end up taping little pieces on. And as long as it works that I can take that template, put it onto a piece of wood and transfer it, you know, that's all I need to do is get the basic shape and go from there. Now, if you end up putting, let's say, a couple shelves in here, you'll end up getting more than enough height for body wash and mouthwash. And even you'll still have room to put in, let's say, a tube of toothpaste. And you'll still have all of this room up above right here that you can put stuff in. I made some modifications to the template, and it's always better to, you know, measure twice and cut once. I end up squaring up the edge with the square to the counter, and I ended up shortening the depth a little bit only because I didn't want to come out so far that I was going to create an issue here with the switch panel. So I ended up, you know, chopping some off the top, and it's going to come right up here to this point where this is going to be covered by trim eventually anyway, but you can see it's still going to give me a pretty decent size, what I call a medicine cabinet anyway. I mean, I don't know how big the thing is, but let me get a measurement here. Okay, with the square, it's going to give me just shy of 4.5 inches wide, and then however deep that is, but that's plenty. Just for the heck of it, I did take a measurement, and it's about 6 3/4 inches deep right here from the front to the back piece of the metal. But you can see I've got plenty of room in here, and it still continues upward. So some well-placed shelves, and I'll have plenty of storage for things that I need to carry there. They'll be quickly accessed right here by the sink, and I think it'll work out great. You need to use up as much of these little spaces as you can. And the view from the passenger seat to the back, you can see this doesn't extend out very far at all, so I'll have plenty of storage, and it's not going to interfere with my switch panel. I had the rest of a piece of 1/4 inch plywood, so I decided to cut this piece, which will be the back of my medicine cabinet. This will attach to the metal framing of the van with some sheet metal screws. Okay, my backer piece to the medicine cabinet's all cut, and it's thin enough to where it will bend to the contour of this piece of ribbing right here, because it does belly outward from top to bottom. But I think first I'm going to fill these cavities with some fiberglass insulation. Okay, I've got the fiberglass insulation tucked into this cavity all the way from the ceiling down through to the floor, and now I'm going to cover over the entire surface with this self-adhesive foil tape that I've used before. And now that the cavity is filled with insulation, I have completed covering it with the self-adhesive back foil tape. And now I can attach this piece of 1/4 inch plywood to that curved surface, and I think I'm only going to need one or two of these self-drilling screws. These have a point on the end which will drill into the metal and then pull itself in so that the threads will grab and pull that piece of plywood tight. And I think with the 1/4 inch plywood being as thin as it is, it should bend pretty easily to the slight contour of that rib. As you saw before, this rib has a series of holes. That's where I inserted the insulation, but I need obviously a solid piece of metal to attach that plywood to. So what I've done is I just stuck a little piece of tape on right here just to mark where this area is that I can actually attach a screw into. There, that's now bent to the contour of that metal, and it's right in there nice and tight. And I think I can get away with just using the one screw that pulled it in nice. Well, now I'm going to take my cardboard template. I'm going to hold it up here. I just want to see how things are going to fit. And there, it lines up here very well. And it'll give me something nice and solid to attach to. And the 1/4 inch plywood is only meant to cover up the metal. It's not going to give me much of a surface to to fasten the side piece in. So what I'm going to do is glue it. I'll put a strip of wood glue down through there, and then once I get the piece cut, and then I can install shelves in here according to the sizes that I need. It'll work out great. Unless my scrap pieces of wood are real small, I usually will end up keeping them for a project just like this. I needed a couple small shelves to go in that medicine cabinet, and this piece is great because this gives me the two pieces that I need for obviously 2 shelves, and I'll just need to cut those, and the only waste I'll have is just this little piece right here, and this I'll hold on to for something else later on. And the area under the sink counter has been insulated and foil taped as well. And I still have some 1/4 inch plywood left, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna cover this area or not, because this may have to be done in 2 pieces if I do it, because this takes an awful big dip right here. So I'm sure if I do it at all, it's going to be 1 piece here and 1 piece up here. But I still have to go back to Home Depot and get some more of the same pine boards that I've been using, and that will complete hopefully the medicine cabinet up on top. So as you can see, I not only picked one of those up, but I saw these little trim pieces with a decorative edge, and I really like those. Now, as much as I try to keep my joints nice and tight, or as tight as I can, or as tight as can be in a van, you're always going to have a little bit of a gap, it seems like. I don't know, at least I do. And I thought I was going to take some of my 1/4 inch cedar, rip it down with the table saw that I don't have, and use that to cover over the joints. But then I saw these, and I don't know how the heck long these things are. They're quite long, and they're only like $6 and change. And I thought, why not get these? Because I can cut this, and then I can glue it in over the joint where a couple pieces come together. And I think it's very decorative as well. I took my template and I outlined the piece of wood that I need to cut for the side of my medicine cabinet, and now it's time to get cutting it. And now that it's cut, we'll take it inside and we'll see how it fits. Well, I guess for the first cut, That works pretty darn good, doesn't it? Now all I have to do is cut my shelves, put those in here, and I should be pretty close to finishing up the little medicine cabinet. I determined the height of my first shelf based on this bottle of mouthwash, because that's the tallest of all the bottles that are going to be stored in there. Things like body wash or that mouthwash, or even toothbrushes, toothpaste, they are all smaller containers than that. So that determined my height of my first shelf. The second shelf is a little bit less deep, and that's because the back is curved. So the taller that you go, or the higher you go, the less depth that you're going to have. And that's fine, because once you get up in here, I had mentioned before, all you're going to have is probably, smaller items like, medicines or that type of thing going in there, and they usually don't take up a lot of room. And when you consider that this was pretty much wasted space to begin with, anything that you can gain as an extra space to put things in works out really good in a van. I try to use as much as I can without throwing things away, and even cutting the little shelves for this medicine cabinet left me with these little pieces here. And I thought, well, those would be pretty good if I glued them into place. It offers a little bit of structural integrity, at least for the side of the cabinet. I placed one down the bottom and another one up here at the top. I don't know if I mentioned this in a previous video or not, or if you've seen this, but I use Gorilla Wood Glue to fasten all of my items together, my cabinets, and anything where I'm joining wood together. And I've had very good results with it. Once I stick something together, it pretty well stays stuck. All these pieces, the top and bottom trim, the side of my cabinet, and even this shelf, they're not held together with anything other than wood glue. And right now I'm just waiting for it to set up before I put the second shelf in. And you can see I've got quite a bit of height there. So I'm going to probably split that in half and determine where I can put the shelf in to bring it out flush to the edge. And that'll be the last shelf for this medicine cabinet. I'm all finished with the construction of the medicine cabinet, and I've got a total of 3 spaces in there with essentially 2 shelves that I installed that will give me plenty of room to put in what I need to put in there. And I think it was a great use of space that otherwise would have been pretty well wasted. As you can see, I've got the door cut for the medicine cabinet. Now it's just a matter of attaching some hinges and a latch, and I'll be good to go. I picked up a pair of hinges and a magnetic door catch, and I'm hoping that I can get the door installed on my medicine cabinet. For all intents and purposes, the medicine cabinet is done. The hinges have been installed and the magnetic catch has been installed. I'm not sure if I'm going to put a knob or a handle on the door or not, because even though the magnetic catch seems to hold it quite well, it's not so strong that I can't open it with my fingers. Inside, I've got everything that I need. That's stored in here is a couple spare toothbrushes, toothpaste, shaving cream, body wash, mouthwash. Everything is just in that bottom compartment. And then I've got some other little odds and ends up through here in the other shelves with room for a little bit more. But pretty much that's all you need. I just wanted something that was going to be near the sink when I install it. Whether I'm shaving or whether I'm brushing my teeth, everything is right here close by. And there you go. All installed. My completed medicine cabinet.